While most people are counting down the days until spring, there's a group of people who genuinely come alive when temperatures drop. They're not just tolerating winter, they're thriving in it. And here's what's fascinating. Science has actually studied these winter lovers. Turns out their brains work differently, they process experiences differently, and their relationship with cold weather reveals something profound about human psychology. So if you're someone who lights up when the first snow falls, or if you've ever wondered why some people actually prefer freezing temperatures, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Let's start with something most winter lovers won't admit out loud. Winter gives them a socially acceptable excuse to stay home. And research backs this up. Studies on personality types show that introverts are significantly more likely to enjoy winter weather and less likely to experience the winter blues. Why? Because winter naturally creates the low-stimulation environment that introverts crave. Think about it. In summer, there's constant pressure. Pool parties, barbecues. Everyone expects you to take advantage of the good weather. You feel guilty for staying inside when the sun is shining. But winter? Nobody questions you for going straight home when it's freezing outside. Nobody judges you for canceling plans because of a snowstorm. The weather becomes your ally, a natural barrier between you and a world that often feels too loud, too bright, too demanding. Winter gives introverts permission to stay in, relax, and enjoy peace and quiet without the social guilt that comes with warmer months. They can recharge their batteries without having to explain themselves. And here's the beautiful part. While extroverts are struggling with cabin fever, introverts are in their element. They're reading by the window, working on creative projects, enjoying the stillness that everyone else is complaining about. But it's not just about being introverted. There's something deeper happening psychologically. When winter arrives, people close windows, lock doors, and turn on heaters, isolating themselves in smaller spaces. This makes the subconscious mind believe it's safe from threats, reducing stress and increasing feelings of security. It's like creating a cozy fortress. And for winter lovers, this feeling of being tucked away and protected is deeply satisfying. There's also what psychologists call reduced guilt. On sunny days, people feel guilty for delaying important work, skipping the gym, or avoiding social obligations. But in cold weather, these excuses become legitimate. Your subconscious mind is smart. It won't directly tell you, "I don't want to exercise," or "I prefer staying alone." Instead, it makes you believe winter itself is wonderful, keeping the real psychological reasons hidden from your conscious awareness. This isn't manipulation, it's your brain protecting you from harsh self-judgment. And for people who genuinely love winter, this psychological relief is part of the appeal. Now here's something that might surprise you. Research shows that people are generally more productive when temperatures are lower. Wait, what? Aren't we supposed to be sluggish and unmotivated in winter? Not according to science. When we're cold, our bodies work harder to keep us warm, creating a natural energy boost. This can lead to increased desire for physical activity and better focus. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective. Our ancestors needed to be alert and productive during winter to survive. We couldn't afford to be lazy when food was scarce and conditions were harsh. Winter lovers have tapped into this. While everyone else is waiting for motivation to strike, they're already working. There's no FOMO about missing perfect weather. No distractions from sunshine streaming through windows. Just pure, focused energy. Studies comparing cognitive performance at different temperatures found that people in cooler rooms performed significantly better at proofreading than those in warmer rooms. Those in cool rooms only missed a quarter of errors, while those in warm rooms missed almost half. The explanation? Cooling the body down requires more energy than warming it up. When it's too warm, our bodies use glucose to maintain homeostasis, depleting the glucose available for mental processes and affecting decision-making abilities. So winter lovers aren't being lazy by enjoying cold weather. Their brains are literally functioning at a higher level. But it gets even more interesting when we talk about creativity. Research found that cold temperatures stimulate what scientists call referential or distant processing, a type of thinking that's better for recognizing metaphors, coming up with creative names, and planning abstract ideas. In experiments, people who were cold performed better at recognizing metaphors, thinking of creative pasta names, and planning abstract gift ideas. Meanwhile, people who were warm did better at relational creativity, drawing, categorizing objects, and thinking of gifts for specific people. The theory? Warmth makes us feel psychologically closer to others and more generous toward them, while cold makes us feel more apart from others, enabling more distant analytical thinking. Winter personalities often possess remarkable creativity and problem-solving skills. The stark contrast of winter landscapes seems to spark innovative thinking. This explains why so many artists, writers, and creative thinkers describe winter as their most productive season. The cold isn't blocking their creativity, it's unlocking a different type of creative thinking. People who love cold weather often find peace and comfort in solitude, particularly on chilly days. This doesn't mean they're antisocial. They simply appreciate the tranquility that comes with frosty landscapes. Winter personalities tend to be introspective souls who value moments of stillness and reflection, much like the quiet that descends after a heavy snowfall. There's something about winter that naturally encourages turning inward. The long nights, the silence of snow-covered streets, the way sound is muffled by cold air, all of this creates an environment perfect for deep thinking. With less noise on streets, closed shops, and restaurants, winter gives people the feeling that life has slowed down its pace, making them feel more relaxed and less stressed. And for people who spend most of the year overstimulated by modern life, this slowdown isn't depressing, it's a relief. It's a chance to reconnect with themselves, to think deeply about their goals and values, to process experiences without constant interruption. Winter lovers understand something that many people miss. Not every season needs to be about external activity and constant doing. Some seasons are meant for internal growth and quiet reflection. Here's something really interesting about human psychology and temperature. Studies show that cold temperatures can actually increase our desire for social contact. In experiments where students wore heated or unheated back wraps in cold weather, those without heat were more likely to express desire to catch up with friends, attend social events, and make new friends. But here's the twist. When people had access to tactile warmth, like a heated wrap, the desire for social interaction disappeared. What does this mean? Researchers believe that tactile warmth serves as a psychological substitute for social warmth. Physical warmth can reduce feelings of loneliness, so winter lovers who bundle up in cozy clothes, drink hot tea, and sit by fires aren't avoiding connection. They're satisfying that need for warmth through physical comfort instead of social interaction. Research also shows that romantic comedy ticket sales increase by about 60% in winter compared to summer. When people are in cold rooms, they're more likely to choose romance movies because they associate these films with psychological warmth. We seek warmth however we can get it, whether through human connection, hot drinks, cozy blankets, or even watching feel-good movies. Now, if you're wondering whether people who love winter are just naturally wired that way, research suggests both nature and nurture play a role. A major study published in Nature found that people who grew up in colder climates, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit average, tend to be less agreeable, less emotionally stable, and more closed off compared to those who grew up in more comfortable temperatures, around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The theory? Growing up in temperatures close to psychophysiological comfort, optimum encourages individuals to explore the outside environment, thereby influencing their personalities. In other words, if you grew up somewhere cold, you probably spent less time outside as a child, which shaped how you relate to the world. You learned to be comfortable indoors, to appreciate solitude, to find contentment in quieter activities. But here's the important caveat. Your personality is more affected by where you lived during childhood than where you live now. You adapt to your current climate, but your foundational personality was shaped by where you grew up, and culture matters too. Norwegians, despite living in extreme northern climates, rarely experience seasonal depression. Scientists believe this is because Norwegian culture views winter not as something to endure, but as an exciting opportunity for winter sports and enjoying the season's beauty. Your relationship with winter isn't just about biology. It's about how you've learned to perceive and interact with the season. So what sets winter lovers apart? Research and observation reveal 8 distinct behaviors commonly displayed by people who thrive in cold weather. They engage in outdoor activities during cold weather. While others bundle up indoors, winter lovers are ice skating, snowboarding, or taking brisk walks in frosty conditions because their bodies get a natural energy boost from working harder in cold temperatures. They're more productive in winter months. As we discussed, their brains simply function better at cooler temperatures. They find peace in solitude. They see being snowed in as an opportunity for peaceful contemplation rather than something to dread. They stay true to their preferences. Despite constant questions like, "How can you stand the cold?" or "Don't you miss the sun?" They don't let these reactions deter them. They understand their preference is just as valid as any other. They live in the moment. While others wish away cold days in anticipation of warmer weather, winter lovers savor each icy breath, each snowflake, each crackling fire. They don't let the fleeting nature of seasons rob them of present joy. They prefer intimate gatherings. Winter personalities prefer small, meaningful social interactions over large events. Like the season itself, they value depth over breadth. They display resilience. Just as winter demands adaptation to harsh conditions, winter personalities have learned to thrive in difficult situations. They keep their cool when others lose their heads. They're creative problem solvers. Something about stark winter landscapes sparks innovative thinking. Maybe it's the need to stay warm and entertained during long nights. But winter personalities excel at thinking outside the box. Let me be really clear about something. Loving winter is completely different from seasonal affective disorder. While SAD is a clinical condition that underscores how powerfully environmental factors can affect mental state, genuinely preferring winter weather is a personality trait, not a disorder. In fact, some people experience what's called reverse SAD, depression during bright, hot summer months rather than winter. For these people, too much heat, brightness, and social pressure is what's overwhelming. Research on personality types reveals that nearly 50% of people don't experience winter blues at all. And the types most immune, like virtuosos, architects, and logicians, are all introverts who actually look forward to winter weather. The key difference? People with winter blues feel worse in winter despite trying not to. Winter lovers feel better in winter and are genuinely happy about it. They're not depressed. They're not missing out. They've simply found their optimal environment. What all this research reveals is something important. Winter lovers don't have something wrong with them. They process the world differently. Their brains are optimized for cooler temperatures that enhance cognitive function, lower stimulation environments that allow for deeper focus, solitary time that facilitates introspection and creativity, slower rhythms that permit thorough processing, abstract thinking enhanced by cold temperatures. While summer lovers find energy in warmth, brightness, and social activity, winter lovers find their power in coolness, quiet, and contemplation. Some people prefer cold weather because it prevents them from having to fulfill social needs they don't actually want to fulfill. Others appreciate how it makes them appear or feel physically. Still others genuinely love the aesthetic and sensory experience of winter. The psychology is complex and individual, but the bottom line is this: preferring winter isn't weird, sad, or wrong. It's a valid personality expression with real psychological and neurological foundations. So the next time someone looks at you like you're crazy for loving a snowstorm, remember this: your brain might literally work better in cold temperatures. Your creativity is enhanced by cold weather. Your productivity increases when temperatures drop. Your introspective nature is perfectly suited to long winter nights. Your need for solitude is validated by a season that encourages staying in. Winter lovers have discovered something many people miss. Their love for cold weather shapes how they view the world, interact with others, and live their daily lives. It's not about surviving the cold, it's about thriving in it. In a world that constantly tells us we should want endless summer, endless sunshine, endless activity, winter lovers are quietly saying, "No thanks, I'm good right here." They've learned that happiness doesn't require warmth, that peace doesn't require sunshine, that the richest experiences sometimes happen when the world slows down and gets quiet. And honestly, there's something really powerful about that. So whether you're a winter lover, a summer person, or somewhere in between, you're normal. You're just authentically you, responding to the environment that makes your particular brain light up. Now I'm curious, are you a winter person or a summer person? And if you love winter, which of these traits resonates most with you? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more psychology content that explains why we are the way we are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.